Are you doing three-way calls in your business, or are you using your expert to help you close more sales and more deals? If you aren't, you absolutely should be. And if you are, and you're not edifying your leadership or your mentor, your expert properly, it's going to be really tough to close a lot of those sales. In this episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I'm going to show you how to do proper edification, because it is ultimately super critical for you to use this strategy to be able to work more effectively and efficiently with your leadership, with your expert, so that they're more excited to work with you and you can close more deals with your prospects. I'm also going to share with you an embarrassing story of how I learned how to do proper edification in my business. So stay tuned. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster, while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So if you're working with your leadership and you're doing three-way calls, or you're doing two-on-ones or sit-down presentations, or you're using your expert to actually help you close deals, it is really important to learn how to edify your expert properly so that it meets the needs of your prospect and helps you guys both close more deals and more sales in your business. And it's really funny because I did not learn edification in the beginning of my network marketing career, and I wish I would have learned this because it would have made my life way easier. So a little embarrassing story, I actually learned edification from my now husband, Cesar Rodriguez, and before he was my husband, I had him come out and do some training for my network marketing team because he's an incredible trainer and he's very YouTube famous. So I was watching some of his YouTube videos and I thought, man, this guy is awesome. I need to have him come out and do some training for my network marketing team. Now, when he came out to do this training for my network marketing team on this webinar that we did together, he actually edified me, and I didn't even know that it was a thing. I didn't know that he was edifying me because it's something you do or you should do in network marketing, and it was something that he was taught within his team, but it wasn't something that I was taught. So I actually thought he was just saying all these really nice, awesome things about me, and he had my heart right there. So that's how I learned about edification, and his edification of me, which is a professional thing that he was just learned how to do in his team, actually not only helped him in his business, but it actually helped him in his personal life as well. So when you get your expert or your leadership on a call with you, or you're doing a two-on-one, basically you're introducing your prospect to your expert to have your expert come out and add credibility, authority, and also help you close deals. You have to set up your expert right through the process of edification. And if you aren't doing this properly, it's going to make it a lot harder for you and your expert to close the deal with your prospects. So you want to make sure that you set this up properly. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to show you what I do with my expert when I get my expert out on a three-way call, or we do a two-on-one sit-down presentation with my prospects. Now, this is something you do not want to do. Hey, Jeff, are you on the line with us? Okay, and John, are you on the line with us? Okay, Jeff, meet John. John, meet Jeff. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, that's not going to go very well. And you also do not want to do this. Hey, John, are you on the line? Jeff, are you on the line? Okay, great. Well, Jeff, I just have to introduce you to John, and I'm so excited that I get to introduce you guys because John just got awarded Employee of the Month at his job. Yes, he works at the local grocery store here, and that's where I actually met him, and he's been bagging groceries, and he's been doing an incredible job doing it, so that they just promoted him to head cashier. He didn't even need to go become a regular cashier before he got awarded head cashier. Can you believe it? And yes, I know. And then they not only that, Jeff, I just have to tell you, he just got also awarded with Employee of the Month, right? Like, how cool is that? Oh my goodness. So I am so excited, Jeff, for you to meet John, because he's taken a look at this business and he's been taking a look at our products, and he has some questions, and I wanted to make sure that we were truly available for him to make sure that all of his questions were answered, because he's just so incredible, and I just had to get you guys connected. Now, you might be wondering why you don't want to do that. Maybe you are doing that. You're edifying your prospect. You don't want to edify your prospect to your expert. That's not going to frame your prospect properly for the call, for the expert call. You actually want to edify your mentor and your leader, and you want to do this so that you can frame your prospect to be on their best behavior, to actually frame them to want to impress your expert. So there's some psychology behind this. So a lot of people will get on the phone and they'll start saying, oh, my prospect is so amazing at this, and they're so amazing at that, and they're this, and they'll just start edifying their prospect. You'll start edifying your prospect. Now you don't want to do that because there's no reason to do that. You don't want the expert, or you don't want your prospect to be like, oh yes, I'm on my high horse, right? You want your expert to be on that high horse, and you want your prospect to be on their best behavior, and you want your prospect to want to impress your expert, okay? So this is really important on why you don't want to sit there edifying your prospect. You definitely want to sit there and edify your expert. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to edify your expert so that it meets the needs of your prospects. And there's some really cool psychology in this. But because we are talking in today's episode about working with your leadership, and it's really important to do this right if you want to create a lot of success in your network marketing business, I have a really cool resource that we put together in today's episode. And in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can use in your business to create success and results faster. And in today's episode, I have a cool resource. It's kind of funny, but it's things that I wish I would have known when I first got started in network marketing. It's 10 things that you should avoid ever doing to your leadership if you want to keep them happy and excited to work with you. Now, if you want to get that resource, you think that you'd like to know what those 10 things are, maybe help you get the edge working with your leadership, go over to my blog at tanyaaliza.com/50 download. We'll leave a link for you, the number 50 download. We'll leave a link in the resource section or the description box wherever you're watching this video. And if you're already on my blog, there'll be a big yellow button right below this video that you can click, and you can get the 10 things that you should never do to your leadership if you want them to be excited to work with you. Okay, so when you are edifying, okay, you want to start thinking about how can we get this transition to go as smooth as possible. It's really important. So some of the things that you want to jot down, or at least make a mental note, is what type of personality is your prospect? And there's 4 different personality types. And if you've ever, been through any of the personality color descriptions, then you'll know that red is they're really money motivated. They're really successful already. They're kind of like that driver, that strong force. That would be like a red personality type. There's also blue. Blue is the personality type that likes to have fun. Like that's what really gets them going. There's also a yellow, and yellow means that they are helpful. Like they really like volunteering. They really like helping people. They really like giving their time. And then there's also green, and the green personality type is very analytical. They got to do their research. They're, really into the details. Okay, so if you know those personality types, it's very important when you're edifying, and this is a little more advanced, but it works magically if you can do it. It's important to kind of go, okay, well, what is my prospect? Are they more money motivated? Are they a red, blue, green? What are they? Now, if you notice that your prospect is more of a red personality type, they're really money motivated. When you're edifying your leadership, you want to hit on maybe some hot points that'll really trigger their personality type, right? So if you are edifying, I'm going to give you a script example on how to edify in this video, but you want to kind of figure out, number 1, what kind of personality type is your prospect? Now, you might not know, but if you do know, you can sort of remember to enhance those little nuances when you are edifying and introducing your leadership to your prospect. And then what you want to do is you really want to speak their language, right? So is there any commonalities that you can kind of introduce between your prospect and your expert? And sometimes there will be, and sometimes there won't be, but it's up to you to be aware of what do you think that the prospect is going to be really most excited about when the introduction happens with the edification of the leadership to the prospect. So if you know that maybe they have a similar work background or volunteer background or whatever, maybe if you pick up on a couple of things that you can use in the edification, it's going to make that edification for you so much more powerful. So here's how I would do an introduction. And let's say you don't know their personality type. Maybe you have no idea the commonalities between the two. So a good idea is to maybe just pick a tiny bit of each personality type to kind of hit on every one, because we all are all the personality types, just at different levels. So something that I might say is, let's say I'm doing a 3-way call. Say, hey, Jeff, are you there? Yes. Hey, John, are you there? Yes. Okay, awesome. I'm really glad that I got us all connected. John, I'm here to introduce you to Jeff. I know that Jeff is extremely busy. So to be able to get a little bit of his time is really exciting for us. Jeff, just to give you a little bit of a background on Jeff, used to be an anesthesiologist, and he was able to retire that job and replace his income with the project that we're working on together. He gets to spend a lot of time with this family that he never used to be able to do before. And even though he's ridiculously successful and really, really, really good at what we do here, he is very humble and in the trenches still working with us and helping us out. And he just loves helping people. So, you know, Jeff's done a lot of the research when it comes to this company from the inside out. He can probably add some value and help you answer some of those questions that you have. Jeff, meet John. John, meet Jeff. Okay. So what did I do in that edification line, that little quick introduction? What did I do? So if you noticed what I did, I actually hit on maybe some pain points. Maybe my prospect, I knew that they wanted to see their family more, right? They could now relate to that little edification story that I shared. I also said that he's very humble. However, he's very successful. I also said that he's extremely busy and we're very honored to get some of his time. So what does the prospect now do? The prospect goes, whoa, I'm talking to somebody very successful. I'm talking to somebody that has limited time. They were able to give that time to us. Oh my gosh, I feel special. And now the prospect is going to be on their best behavior inside of that conversation, which is going to set you up to have a more magnificent, successful call when you start doing the close presentation in that conversation. When the prospect starts talking to the expert's going to be talked to with a lot more respect if you set it up right, and that's going to help you close more deals in your business. Now, I want to make sure that you pick up this episode's free resource so you can get a better working relationship going on with your leadership and with your experts that are there helping with you in your business. And make sure to pick up my 10 things that you should never do to your leadership so you can have a better working relationship to them. You can pick that up on my blog at tanyaaliza.com/50 download. We'll leave a link for you and you can go and grab that. If you're on the blog, check the button below. It's yellow, click it, and you will get that resource. All right, question of the week. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment happen between you and your teammate or you and your leadership? If you have, if you dare, if you're brave enough, share it in the comment section below so that we all know that we're normal, because we all go through embarrassing moments and weird stuff in our business. So I know that I've been through a lot of embarrassing moments with my team, also with my leadership. If you're brave enough, share what one experience that maybe you had was in the comment section below. Let's have some fun with it. Did you get some value? If you did, make sure to like this video. Make sure to share this video with your team and with your friends via one of the share or social media links around this video. We will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.